CarMax reported their Q2 earnings, and it was not good. Income was down, vehicle acquisition was down, and stock price is down. So let's talk about it. Now, CarMax CEO described this quarter as challenging, with earnings per share reaching 99 cents per share and revenue sitting at $6.6 billion, neither meeting Wall Street expectations. On the news, the stock dropped a whopping 20%. But that's not all. Retail used unit sales decreased by 5.4%, comparable store used unit sales decreased by 6.3%, wholesale units decreased by 2.2%, while overall vehicle sales fell by 4.1%.
I guess you could say CarMax is deflating.
And their net income declined by a staggering 28% to $95.4 million for the quarter. Definitely not good. And CarMax is an interesting company because unlike automakers and franchise dealerships, CarMax focuses specifically on used vehicles. And they've also been a long-standing traditional player in the used car sales space, which means that they don't have the same volatility that newer brands like Carvana have been facing over the years. They're a much more even-keeled player, and I think that they also give us a lot of insight into how the overall used car market is performing. And so whenever CarMax is either going up or down, it oftentimes gives us insight into how the overall car market, both with used and new cars, is performing, sort of like a litmus test of sorts. And this outlook from CarMax is not a good look for the car market as a whole. And I mentioned earlier that the CarMax CEO described this quarter as challenging, and a few reasons why they described it this way includes a number of things. First is tariffs and tariff buying. People rushed out to buy cars at the beginning of the year because of tariffs, in many cases moving their purchases possibly up from Q2 to Q1, leaving less sales taking place this quarter. Though I gotta be honest, I'm a bit skeptical on how that has affected CarMax specifically because of the fact that tariffs are overwhelmingly impacting new cars, and as I've mentioned throughout this video, CarMax specifically focuses on used cars, so I don't know that the trickle-down effect is affecting used cars like the CEO is stating, and I do think that the tariff excuse could be, to an extent, just a bit of a scapegoat. Another factor that should be at play here, at least for the month of September, which we won't really know in the case of CarMax for a couple more months, is the EV tax credit. The EV tax credit is coming to an end in just a couple of days as of recording this video, and CarMax does sell EVs. They are also a certified dealership, and so they allow customers to get the EV tax credit on used EVs, which of course will no longer be applicable come October 1st. This should stroke EV sales, and I'm really curious to see if it actually will once Q3 earnings come out in a few months. Additionally is depreciation, which was higher in Q2 of 2025 compared to Q2 of 2024. And you know what? These CarMax earnings, for anybody who has been keeping an eye on the used car market, they give us one very clear conclusion, and that is the used car market and used car demand is absolutely falling. Now, you can see behind me that the CarMax lot is about 50-50 full. There are a number of spaces that are empty, but they do have quite a selection of inventory as well, with a variety of different cars, from luxury, electric, sports cars, but a ton of basic sedans and SUVs and crossovers as well. And to be honest, I'm not exactly impressed with these prices. For example, we have this 2018 with 95,000 miles that's priced just below 16 grand. We have this Corolla GR, which is priced at $34,998, and you can see that all CarMax vehicles have the CarMax no haggle price. And I don't know about you, but I just absolutely hate this shtick of no haggle pricing because dealerships like CarMax will frame it as though they're doing you a favor because you don't have to deal with the haggle and negotiating, but you know that the price that you're getting here is absolutely not the best price that you can get, and it leaves you open, or I should say closed, so no negotiating at all. I am just not a fan, and I think it fosters dealership markups and bad deals. We have this V6 Mustang, which was about $28,000 new, and this car has 82,000 miles and is being sold for $15,998.
That's a lot of money for an 11-year-old V6 Mustang.
But you can also see that the selection here from CarMax is pretty good. You got Teslas, you have a Rivian and Audi. There's even a Lexus GX all the way in the back that we saw as well. And a basically brand new Charger. Now, I don't villainize CarMax as much as I do some other dealership groups because whenever it comes to things like dealer markups, BS add-ons, and lack of transparency, CarMax is certainly not the worst out there. But they also aren't innocent either, and I do think that brands like CarMax and dealership groups are one of the many reasons why car prices have stayed so damn high. And again, I just want to point out the variety here, because you have sedans, trucks, work trucks. I mean, there is truly something for everyone, and that is just one single dealership that we're at today. And the decline of CarMax's retail sales units is a direct reflection of a declining consumer demand. Sure, car prices are leveling out, but vehicle affordability is still a major concern. And with interest rates still too high, the economy uncertain, and car prices still much higher than they were a few years ago, people are holding off on their vehicle purchases. But additionally, some experts believe that in this current market, third-party sites like Cars.com and AutoTrader will begin to fare better than more traditional outlets like dealers or CarMax because people are looking for cheaper, more transparent vehicles without hidden fees or BS markups, which is not a good sign for used car retailers like CarMax. The fact is, I believe that this is a major precursor for a tough earnings season ahead. As we know, it's about to be the end of the third quarter, and we're going to have automakers and dealership groups reporting their Q3 earnings in the next couple of weeks. And if CarMax says anything about the state of the used car market, it's not looking good. Like always, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, if you have anything to add, I would love to hear it. So make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.